Hare Krishna. Welcome you all to beautiful Sunday Peace Gathering. It's very beautiful, sunny, warm weather outside. Please, Doctor, we hope that we promise that will be very nice, warm atmosphere here. We are all together, very things will be on it. So kids are making lot of very fun. All the grown ups here please come forward. The order of movement comes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. What is was sitting on the chair back? Please be there on the chair. And that's how we can move. I promise speaker is not going to ask questions just because we're in front. Once again, thank you very much for joining this beautiful Sunday Peace Gathering. Couple of quick announcements. I know parking lot is getting full, but still let's park only on the designated parking spot. I take this opportunity to recognize today's Sunday Peace sponsor. First is Samuel Peter Hinkitu. Thank you very much. He recently got engaged. Hello. Samuel Peter. Come on. Propose to devotees who decided to, merge their spiritual journey together and progress together in Krishna consciousness. So let's, welcome them in the beautiful. Okay. And with Hassan kitchen. Within the kitchen. He's sponsoring for his wife Lakshmi Mataji birthday. Is Mataji here? So let's express our deeper gratitude and chant from bottom of our heart one time Hare Krishna mantra loudly so that we can invoke the beautiful choices blessing of Shihada Kupi Jagala, the Akari Papa Gauri, and our dear Shri Prabhupada. Let's chant one time loudly from bottom of our hearts. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Request His Grace Vrindana Prabhu to take his rightful place today on Vyasasana. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji don't need introduction, but just for our purification. Materially, Prabhuji's PhD, in biomechanical. He is working in a very senior position in GM, so he's holding a happy position. That is a material qualification. Spiritually, Prabhuji is involved at the global level preaching. He gave multiple talks, multiple series, on various topics, Ramayana and Narada Bhakti Sutra, on Hare Krishna Day, which is broadcasted across the world. Prabhuji gave Ramayana series here as well. Prabhuji is cook, Prabhuji is pujari, Prabhuji is drama coordinator, very multiple culture activities, and amazing devotee. So it's our honor to hear from him today as part of Sunday speaker. So let's welcome him by 3 times loudly chanting. Haribol! 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 This is not Guruji.
Thank you, Shri Gopal, for your, as usual, wonderful introduction.
I asked him, should we start calling you doctor?
Let's go. So, Professor, many things. Actually, I have no qualification. I'm not perfect. I have a lot of impurities and imperfections. So please do not hold high expectations. Because when the expectations are not fulfilled, that's where we try to form the relationships. So I will try to share what I have learned from superiors, from our senior Vaishnavas. I will just try to repeat the same message. And I seek the blessing of all the wonderful assembled devotees here. So right words can come out of my mouth for the benefit of everybody. So we'll continue with invocation prayer. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam karoti vachalam Mungum landhayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatari Paramanandamamadam Shri Chaitanyeshwar Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarine Namo Maham Vedanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurate Namah Panchatattvaatmakam Krishna Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Hare Krishna, once again, welcome to the Sunday Feast program. So, the topic for today's discussion is no excuses connecting with Bhagavad Gita, and it is part 2. So, sometime back we had done this topic, and that was part 1 because we handled only few of the excuses up to first 6 chapters. So, the flow basically is generally, many people have many different questions, many different excuses, many different objections why they cannot take the spiritual life, why they cannot come to temple, why they cannot read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. So people have many excuses, many objections, and Lord Krishna is answering those objections, those excuses in Bhagavad Gita already. So we already discussed few of such questions. So just as a brief recap, if anybody will like to say, what are the general excuses we get from people? No time. I do not have time. What else? family responsibilities. I have too many responsibilities. Right now, I cannot take this spiritual life. I'm already very happy. I have everything what I need. But what more can I ask? So, what is the need for me to come to temple? People who have some problem, who are looking for something, they go to temple to ask God for something. Okay, that is very nice one. This is not for me. I'm a very scientific person. I believe in facts. So this faith system and all doesn't work for me.
Spiritually, I do good, I donate, I do volunteer activity.
I believe in just doing good to the society. I do not believe in religiosity, spirituality. Okay, anything else? From Mataji's side, everybody is quiet. I can pray at home. Why I need to come to temple? I can do at home. We are busy in growing our kids. Yeah, we are very busy with our children activities. Okay, good. Anything else?
This is not the age.
This is not the
Age.
This is not the age when I grow old. Spirituality is retirement program. Okay. You will make me sannyasi. If I will rephrase that. If I get too serious about spiritual life, I will give ambitions of life. Right? You will drag me into leave my family, leave my home, drag me into becoming a brahmachari or sannyasi. I will lose all my ambitions of life. Okay. Anything else? Somebody has heard of if I become too serious in spiritual life, my friends will reject me, right? I will cut off my friend circle. So the good news is actually Krishna has answered all these questions in Bhagavad Gita. We just need the eyes to look for those answers in Bhagavad Gita. So some of these questions we discussed in the part 1. I have no time and I want to just do good for the society. There are so many problems in the world. First, we need to address those problems. I am a Karma Yogi. I believe in Karma Yoga. Work is worship. Or somebody had a question or excuse, my mind is too restless. I cannot sit at one place to hear 1 hour class or to do some chanting sitting at one place. So this is not for me. So these questions we covered in part 1. So up to first 6 chapters, basically we discussed 6 excuses, 1 excuse per chapter. And now we will continue further from that. So just as a recap, in summary, I had mentioned how we should treat Bhagavad Gita, how we should see Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, we can compare it as a GPS. Like everybody has GPS in their cars, in their phones. And when you travel from one place to another, you first turn on your GPS, put your destination. And sometimes a person take a wrong turn. Right? By mistake, you took a wrong turn or you took a wrong exit. Then what does the GPS do? Recalculates, it reroutes. That okay, don't worry, you have taken a wrong turn, you have taken a wrong route. Now from here, you follow this path. So same way, Bhagavad Gita is like a GPS in our lives. We don't have to worry about what was my beginning. What we need to see is where I am right now. And from there, how I can go to my final destination. So the instructions of Bhagavad Gita can fit into everybody's life, in everybody's circumstances. It's not a static instruction. Bhagavad Gita teachings are dynamic. So Bhagavad Gita we should compare like a GPS. Also, we should see Bhagavad Gita as our X-ray or a CT scan. Because Bhagavad Gita tells us what your real problem is. Sometimes person may be having some pain in the hand and you're wondering what is the cause of that pain. And when the doctor does the X-ray, then the X-ray will show maybe there is a little hairline fracture here and that is the cause of your pain in the hand. So same way we think sometimes I have so many problems in my life. I have this thing going on, that thing going on. What is the root cause of problem? What is the root cause of misery in our life? So Bhagavad Gita, like an X-ray or a CT scan, Bhagavad Gita tells us what is the real problem of our life. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna say, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kamesha Krodesha Rajo Guna Samudbhava Mahashano Mahapapma Vidyenam Ehivarinam. Bhagavad Gita 337. So Lord Krishna says it is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath. Kamesha Krodesha. When we have so many material desires and when those desires are unfulfilled, it leads to frustration, it leads to anger. So all these hankerings, material desires, in contact with the mode of passion, they later transform into wrath, and that is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. Why there is so much problem in this world? Because somebody is having so much greed, so much of lust, so much of anger. So Bhagavad Gita tells us what is our real disease. And that's why it's so important to follow the teachings of Bhagavad Gita into our day-to-day life so we can lead a very meaningful, dynamic life. Everybody, I hope everybody wants to live a meaningful life. And you are not here just to, you did not come to America to just waste your time. Everybody wants to live a very purposeful, meaningful life. But somehow we do not know how to live a meaningful and successful life. That's why whenever you tell somebody, please come to temple, please take to spirituality, please read Bhagavad Gita, people give so many different excuses. When we invite people come to Bhakti Vriksha program, the common excuses are, we are traveling somewhere on vacation, somebody is sick in the family, there is so much office work, we are busy with children's activities. So all these are the common excuses. People will say we are too busy. And moreover, there are so many other excuses. Now, somebody said one of the excuses people give is, I'm a very scientific person. Oh, this is just a faith system. This is your faith. Why should I accept it? I'm a very scientific person. I believe in facts and figures. But ultimately, actually, if we really see, Bhagavad Gita is not just a belief system. Spirituality is also science. Spiritual science. In no university, no college, this particular department of science is there. Spiritual science. And Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita, if you try to understand it and try to practice this, then it will lead you to the proper observations and experiences. In scientific study, what has happened? You first study something theoretically, then you try to practice this as an experiment, and then based on those, you have some conclusions. The same way in Bhagavad Gita gives hope. Right? Hope. Bhagavad Gita gives hope. What is that? You hear the message, and after you hear the message of Bhagavad Gita, you observe with your own eyes in this world. Yes, Bhagavad Gita is telling Dukhalya Shashvatam. Is that true or not? Actually, you yourself observe that. So you hear, you observe HOP. Then you practice. You practice the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. And when you practice, then you experience. E. So HOPE, Bhagavad Gita gives hope. And the teachings of Bhagavad Gita or the message of Bhagavad Gita is going at multiple levels. The discussion in Bhagavad Gita happening at two different levels. The ordinary minds, they talk about people. Like people will get together sometime and they're talking about a third person. Ordinary mind discuss people. Average mind discuss events. Oh, that particular event happened. Cricket World Cup happened, or that movie, whatever, the reward ceremony happened or something. So average mind speak events. But the great mind speak wisdom. And in Bhagavad Gita also, there is a discussion happening at two levels. First level, the discussion is happening between Dhritarashtra and Sanjay. This is how Bhagavad Gita starts. Dhritarashtra is asking the question to Sanjay, and Sanjay is narrating back to Dhritarashtra. So Dhritarashtra represents an ordinary person. What is Dhritarashtra asking? He's talking about people and events. Dhritarashtra's question was, what is the Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, text number 1? Most of people may have memorized that verse. So Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsava mamaka pandavasheva kim akurvata Sanjaya. So Dhritarashtra is asking about people. He is asking about the Kauravas and Pandavas. What did the Kauravas and Pandavas who were assembled at the field of Kurukshetra with the desire to fight, what did they do? So that is one level of discussion happening. And Sanjay is narrating everything. And what is the conclusion of Sanjay's narration? What is the last verse of Bhagavad Gita? We told the first verse. And now the last verse of Bhagavad Gita, Sanjay is concluding. Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayor Bhutir Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. So Sanjay's conclusion was, wherever is the Lord Krishna, the master of all the mystic yoga, wherever is Arjuna, the greatest of archers, there all these things manifest. What are those things? Shri, Vijay, Bhutir, Nitir. All the opulences are there, the victory is there. So all these things manifest there. So that was the conclusion of Sanjay after narrating everything. So that is one level of discussion. Another level of discussion is happening between Arjuna and Krishna. And what is Arjuna asking from Krishna? So that is, Arjuna is asking for wisdom. When Arjuna surrendered to Lord Krishna, what did Arjuna say to Krishna? Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, text number 7. I'm sure again many of you have memorized that. Karpanya dosho bhata svabhava prachami tvam dharma sammudha cheta yachriyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. Arjuna is inquiring from Krishna, what is the duty for me? I have lost all this composure out of miserly weakness. I forgot about what is my duty. Please tell me what is good for me, what is ultimate best for me. So Arjuna is also inquiring, but Arjuna's question is not about people and events. Arjuna is asking for wisdom. Please guide me, what is best for me. And in conclusion to that, how does Krishna ends in answer to Arjuna's question? Chapter 18, text 65. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayami mashacha. So Krishna said, abandon all varieties of dharma, all varieties of religion, and just surrender unto me. I will remove all the sinful reaction. Do not fear, do not worry. That is the topmost wisdom which is packed in Bhagavad Gita here. And still, we have so many doubts, we have so many questions, we have so many excuses. Why to practice Bhagavad Gita's teachings? Why to read Bhagavad Gita? Why to come to temple? So one such excuse, as we said, some of you mentioned, yes, people ask this is your faith. I'm more of a scientific person. I'm a double PhD, MBA, Masters. I believe in facts and figures. So yes, spirituality is not just belief. Spirituality is also a science, spiritual science. But everything, somewhere we have to start with faith. Even though you believe in so many of the scientific theories, but there also you put some faith in those scientific theories. You have not experienced yourself those. You have not seen with your own eyes those things. How many of you have seen the Big Bang happening in front of your eyes? How many of you have seen the theory of evolution in front of your eyes? But still we put faith in that. Right? So in science also, it begins with faith. We put faith in so many things from morning till evening. You get up in the morning, you go to your bathroom, you open your toothpaste and put that toothpaste on the brush and put in your mouth. You have faith in the toothpaste company. Right? This is the genuine toothpaste, it's not poison inside. And you're putting that in your mouth. You're riding in the plane or in the train or in the car, you have faith that there's some qualified pilot driving, flying that plane. There is no monkey sitting in the pilot cabin. How many of you go into the pilot cabin and really check who is flying that plane? Anybody did that? So we put faith in so many things in day-to-day activities, but when it comes to spirituality, we always have doubt. How can I have faith? I'm a very scientific person, and all these scientific people, they go and sit in their plane seats without caring for who is flying that plane. So in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna answers this excuse, this objection. Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, text number 1. Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Mai Asakta Mana Partha Yogam Junjan Madashraya Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yatha Yatsasi Tachru Shunu. So Supreme Personality of Godhead said, now hear, O son of Partha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. Asamshaya. Yes, we may have many doubts in the beginning, but if we hear the message of Krishna with little faith in the beginning, by our mind being attached to Krishna, all our doubts will be eradicated. And it is not just theory. After you hear, you practice. And when you practice, your experience further matures. Just like somebody has a bottle of honey in their hand, they want to experience the taste of honey. You cannot just look at the bottle of honey. For that, you have to open the lid of the bottle, you have to put the spoon inside, take the honey and put in your mouth, and then you relish the taste of honey. The same way somebody want to understand our Sanatan Dharma, somebody want to understand the message of Vedic scriptures, they need to practice that. And whoever say, how can I put faith in this? How can I blindly accept something? Okay, you cannot blindly accept something, but why you blindly reject also? Hey, just try it for yourself. So we have to start with faith. Adho Shraddha. Last Sunday peace class, His Grace Shyam Kishore Prabhu spoke about this 9 levels, how we progress from Shraddha to the level of love. So the beginning stage is Adho Shraddha. We start with that faith. And as you move forward, you experience for yourself. Once there was a person, he was traveling and he ended up into a deserted land. He ran out of water, he has no water to drink. He's searching for water, he is going deeper and deeper into this deserted land, Registan. And finally he saw one hut. He thought maybe some water I will find in this hut. He went inside the hut. Nothing there inside the hut. He crossed the hut, went in the backside of the hut. And to his surprise, he saw one hand pump there. And he was very happy. Oh, hand pump there. Definitely I will get some water. He went and started pumping. No water is coming out. Then he saw one water bottle at the bottom of that hand pump. Yeah, at the root of that hand pump, he saw one water bottle and became very happy. He picked up that water bottle, opened the lid, and he was about to drink that water. He saw one note written on that water bottle. This is not for drinking. You pour that water inside the pump. This is just to start the pump. So as you pour this water in the pump, the vacuum will be gone, and then you pump it, the water will come out. Now this person is thinking, should I believe in this or not? This is only water bottle I found. If I put that also in the hand pump and still no water comes out, I will lose this also. What should I do? But he just took it on faith. Took it on faith. He put that water inside the hand pump. Little water went inside and he pumped it. Some dirty water came out, and then the water started coming. As he's pumping, the water started coming. became very happy, drank to his full requirement, and he took shower also, became fully happy. So after that, as he was about to leave, he thought, I also need to put that water bottle. I should fill that water bottle again, leave it there. If somebody else comes, then how will they manage? So he also filled that water bottle. And as he was about to leave that water bottle there, he said, I should write something else. I should write on it something else. He said, this water is not for drinking, this is to pour inside the pump. Believe me, I have done it. It works. Please trust me. So same way, there have been so many acharyas who are telling us who experienced this message of Vedic scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. They have lived the life following the instructions of the scripture, and they are telling us, please believe me, believe us, we have lived this and we have seen the benefit of this, and you also take it on faith. And you experience it for yourself and you see the benefit in your life. So whoever may have this question, who are very scientific minds, just understand so many things in life we take on faith. Same way, take the message of Bhagavad Gita also on faith and see the result for yourself. So Bhagavad Gita gives hope. You hear, you observe, you practice, and then you experience for yourself. Moving on to the next question, next objection. Yes, I accept I need to practice spiritual life. I need to do it, but I will do it in the future. Right now, I have so many other things going on. I have so many other things to do. It is a very common question, right? We keep telling Krishna, yes, I accept. I need to do this. I need to follow spirituality, but I will do it tomorrow. I will do it in the future. See, Krishna, 2023 is just about to end. 2024 is coming. I will make a New Year resolution. I will do it in the New Year. I will do it from Gaur Purnima. Then Gaur Purnima goes by. Then I will do it from Narsimha Chaturdashi. Then that goes by. Then I will do it on Janmashtami. Then that goes by. Then I will do on some other festival. Then I will do it on from Diwali. Like that, the whole year goes by. And we keep telling Krishna, Krishna, I will do it in future. And Krishna is also telling us something. You are telling me you will do it in future. The next day is just around the corner. You are promising me I will do it in the next day. Death is also just around the corner. So Krishna is telling us death is also just around the corner. Better you take it now. Everybody is telling they are too busy. You approach some children. Right? The children may say we are too young to study Bhagavad Gita. You go to some old person, 70, 80, and the person says, I'm too old. And in between, everybody is too busy. So that is the problem. Everybody says we are too busy. But Krishna is telling the time does not wait for anybody. Do not postpone it to tomorrow. Time and tide do not wait for anybody. Once a person went to swim around in the ocean. He's sitting at the beach. The waves are coming and touching his feet. He just takes a posture, just ready to get into the water, and again he backs off. So many times this happened. Another person was watching him. He went to that person, said, why have you come here? I have come here to swim around in the water. Then what are you waiting for? I'm waiting for all these tides, all these waves to settle down. Are the waves of the ocean going to settle down ever? So same way, all these responsibilities we have in life, all the different problems may have in the life, everything is going to continue like that. So do not wait for the situations of your life to settle down for you to take the spiritual life. Time and tide do not wait for anybody. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, see, you are spending all your life like this, doing so many different activities, so many different things, and at the end of life, what will happen? So Krishna is telling chapter 8, text number 5 and 6, very beautiful verses. And everybody should know these verses by heart. A very deep philosophical message Krishna is telling. So 8.6, Krishna is saying, Yam yam vapi smar bhavam tyajate ante kalevaram tam tameveti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. What will happen at the time of death? Whatever you remember at the time of death, that state one will attain for sure. We know in this world there are so many different laws. Law of Newton, law of thermodynamics, law of fluid mechanism, and all that. And Krishna is there explaining the law of last thought. What is the law of last thought? Krishna is telling whatever you remember at the time of death, that state you will attain for sure. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajate ante kalevaram. When you give up this body, whatever thought you have, somebody is too much attached to their wife, their husband. If a man is attached to a woman in the next life, they will become a woman. A woman is attached to a man in the next life, she will become a man. You are attached to your property, to your big bungalow. Maybe in the next life, you will again appear in that environment, but maybe not necessarily as a human being. Maybe a cockroach or a mosquito or a lizard somewhere in that house. People who are too attached to their pets, they are preparing their next life to become like that. So Krishna says, do not wait for tomorrow. Better you start preparing your consciousness from now. And if somebody remembers me at the time of death, antakale cha mameva smaran muktah kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nasti atra sanshaya. There is no doubt in that if somebody remembers me at the time of death, then that person will attain me. Once a guru and his disciple were walking on the sidewalk, and from the other side they saw one girl coming and she was carrying a puppy, a small dog in the lap. And this puppy was licking the cheek of that girl. And this disciple saw this scene and he asked his guru, see, what is happening? And guru said, don't worry, maybe they are the lovers from the previous life. This life she has born as a girl and the boy has born as a dog. And they have met again. That is the nature of this world. Whatever, wherever our attachment is, wherever our consciousness is, that state will be attained in the next life. The law of last thought. So Krishna says, do not delay. You practice, take to spirituality now. Okay. Next question. We do not have too much time, and let's see how much we can cover. Krishna, yes, I accept. I need to do this. Okay, we already discussed that, right? Okay, I was going to explain some another example here before we move to the next question. One more very important point I want to mention: why we should not delay. Very instructive pastime from Ramayana. So everybody know this pastime, right? Hanumanji bringing Sanjeevani for Lakshman. When Lakshman was injured by the Shakti weapon of Meghanad, Lakshman fell unconscious. And Sushen told Hanuman, you go bring this Sanjeevani booty from the Himalayas. And that only can save the life of Lakshman. And only one condition is you have to bring that Sanjeevani before the sunrise happens. You have limited time period. And Hanuman said, no worries, no problem. Before I come back, the sun will not rise. I have experience earlier. If the sun tries to rise, I will put it in my mouth. I have previous experience. So Hanuman went to bring Sanjeevani. And what is the real contextual message behind this pastime? See, Lakshman fell unconscious. Same way we are all unconscious of our spiritual identity. We are into this unconsciousness, murcha. To bring out of this unconscious state, we need a booty. That booty is Sanjeevani. So for us to come out of that unconscious state, what is that booty? That is the booty of bhakti. The Sanjeevani is found on the top of Himalayas. This bhakti is also found on the top of mountains. What is that mountain? Pavan Parvat Ved Purana. All these scriptures, they are like the mountains, and the essence of all these scriptures is engaged in bhakti. And this booty of bhakti we need to take in timely manner. As Hanuman had to bring that before the sunrise, so same way, we need to take this booty of bhakti in a timely manner. Do not delay it for as a retirement program for your future life or for your old age. Because old age, what will happen? What can we do in old age? When you do not have any capacity to lift your hand, how will you hold a bead in your hands? When the years have given up the capacity to hear, how will you hear Hari Katha at old age? When you cannot move around, how will you go to the temples? How will you go to Tirth Yatra? When your eyesight fades away, how will you take darshan of the beautiful deities? So we need to practice bhakti. We need to understand the message of scriptures in a timely manner. Do not delay it as a retirement program. That is a very wonderful message from this pastime also. Now moving to the next station. Somebody told me I do not believe in organized religion. I told him, actually, do not worry, we are very disorganized. Please come, you will love us. And he said, no, what I mean is, I don't believe in following the rules and regulation. I don't want to put number on it. Say you guys are chanting, chant 16 round, putting counting onto the chanting. I don't believe in this organized system, following the rules and regulation. It has to come from the heart. जब दिल से आएगा तब करेंगे. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita tells, actually, I accept your point. I also accept when it comes from the heart. Chapter 9, text 26, what does Krishna say? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upaharitam ashnami kritatmanam. Krishna says, I accept if somebody offers me a leaf, fruit, flower, water. I accept it if it is offered from the heart, if it is offered with the love and devotion. So Krishna says, yes, I agree with your point. It has to come from the heart. Somebody need to do from their heart. So then give me your heart. What is the problem? Who is stopping you? That's why Krishna says, Man mana bhava mad bhakto. Krishna says, become my devotee. Give your heart to me. Man mana bhava. Engage your heart, your mind in me. And what do people say? Krishna, we are very sorry. We have already given our heart in this world. And we have given our heart to so many things of this world. Somebody has given heart to the fame and prestige. Somebody has given their heart to the wealth. Somebody has given heart to the opposite gender. So we have given our heart to so many different things. And we tell Krishna, I have only one heart that has already been given to somebody else. If I had multiple hearts, maybe I will give one to you. And Krishna says, okay, no problem. You cannot give your heart to me. अपना मन नहीं दे सकते तो अपना तन दे दो. You cannot give your heart to me, give your body to me. Engage your body in my service. Engage your hand in offering arati to me. Engage your ears in hearing my katha. Engage your tongue in chanting my holy name. So at least start from the body. See, in this world, if we see, nobody is born fan of somebody. People are fan of so many different personalities. Somebody is fan of some cricketer, somebody is fan of some Bollywood star. But is somebody born a fan by birth? How do they become fan of somebody? By listening to their Naam Roop Gun Leela. They have heard about that personality. They have seen their activities. They have heard their qualities and they give their heart to them. Somebody is fan of Virat Kohli, somebody is fan of Shah Rukh Khan or Amitabh Bachchan or somebody. So how do they become fan? By listening to their Naam Roop Gun Leela. So I was just explaining yesterday also. A couple of weeks back I was in India and that happened to be the Cricket World Cup time. So much cricket fever was going on in India that time. Everybody is sitting in front of the TVs, or if somebody cannot sit in front of TV, they are doing their work, they are putting some phone commentary to their ears, listening to that. And by listening that, by hearing, by watching that, they become so attractive to that. You are watching this cricket match and the commentator is doing the commentary. See, the bowler has done the ball, the Virat Kohli has stepped forward and he has hit the ball and the ball has gone outside of the stadium and hit sixer and everybody is jumping and kept clapping and everything. So people listen to all these things and they become so attracted to that. And same way, what do we need to do? We need to engage our senses in hearing about Krishna's qualities, Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Leela. Right now, yes, our heart has been given to so many other things of the world, but as slowly we start to hear about Krishna's glory, Krishna's pastime, Krishna's wonderful activities, slowly our heart will become attracted to Krishna. Yes, it has to come from the heart, but we have to start from somewhere. So, yes, we accept this objection of somebody and this rules and regulation. See, this rules and regulation is for our protection. When somebody says, I do not like this whole organized system, I don't want to follow these rules and regulation, I don't want to force myself into something. If your child tells you, Papa, I don't want to go to school, what will you do? Papa, dil se nahi aa raha, school nahi jana. It's not coming from the heart. जब दिल से आएगा तब स्कूल जाएंगे. What will you do? हाँ बेटा ठीक है. It's fine. When you feel like going to school, then you go. What will you do? You will force your child to go to school. You will drag your child and leave him in the school and come back. Your child is sick, doesn't want to take medicine. Will you say, yes, it's all right? जब तुम्हारा दिल करेगा, whenever you feel like, then you take medicine. What will you do? The child doesn't want to take medicine. The father, mother, they hold on, catch on both arms, put the arms down, hold the mouth and put the spoon inside the mouth. Like forcibly. Why? Because they know this is good for him. This is required. Yes, in the beginning we may tell, oh, I don't like following this forcibly. I don't like this rules and regulation. Ultimately, we need to understand this is for our benefit. To protect us from going astray, to getting engaged in so many other nonsense activities. Next question, next excuse or next objection. People say, I used to worship Krishna. Say, I cannot see Krishna, I cannot experience Krishna. So how can I put my faith in Krishna? Many people give this sort of excuses also, this sort of objections. I want to experience Krishna. How can I experience Krishna? Actually, if we really want to experience Krishna, Krishna has made him available in so many different ways. Even you observe the nature very carefully, you will be forced to believe in the existence of God. There are so many wonderful things happening in the nature. But we have kept ourselves so busy, we do not pay attention to Krishna. Krishna is present all around us actually in so many different forms. But we are ignoring Krishna. There was a very famous violinist, a violin player, Joshua Bells. Anybody heard the name? Joshua Bell. His shows, his performances will be sold out, and the ticket is hundreds of dollars. So his shows will be sold out, and his violin is measured at $3 million. And this same Joshua Bell, whose shows are fully packed up, fully sold out, one day he went into the subways to catch a train. And people in the peak hour, they're just rushing around here and there. Nobody had paid attention to a Joshua Bell. This is a famous violinist. And he is standing there with his violin and playing the violin. In 1 hour time, hardly 3 people stopped by. And he received a charity of $30 in a matter of 1 hour. The same Joshua Bell who will receive, his shows will be fully packed, fully sold out with $100 ticket for each person. Why? Because people were so busy in their rush hour activity, nobody paid attention to him. That's what we have been doing with Krishna. Krishna is present all around us, but we are ignoring Krishna. We are busy. We have kept ourselves busy with so many of our so-called responsibilities. Some of these are self-imposed responsibilities. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you want to experience me. I can be perceived in so many different ways. Bhagavad Gita chapter 10 text 41. Yat yat vibhuti matsatvam srimad urjivam evava tat tat ev avagachatvam mamatejo amsha sambhavam. So know that all these appearances, something beautiful, glorious creation you see, they all come from the spark of my splendor. Anything wonderful you see in this world coming from Krishna's splendor. Krishna says, I am the taste of water. I am the light of the sun and moon. Among the mountains, I am Himalayas. Among the rivers, I am Ganges. Who has not drank water? Anybody can say, I have not ever drank water. Everybody has drank water. Krishna says, I am the taste of water. Every day we see this moonlight, sunlight. That is also Krishna's splendor. See, in COVID time, people were put into ventilator to save their lives. And people really experience the value of oxygen. In the same oxygen which is readily available in the atmosphere, we are breathing in and out daily basis. We do not value that air, fresh air, that oxygen. But when somebody is at the verge of death and they need that oxygen cylinder, then they know the value of that oxygen. That oxygen cylinder is selling for hundreds and thousands of dollars. So all these are Krishna's splendor. But we are so busy in our day-to-day activities that we do not pay attention to Krishna. So if you observe nature carefully, you can experience Krishna. You can feel the presence of Krishna. Every morning the sun rises in the east, at evening sun sets in the west. So the sun is every day traveling from east to west. Has anybody ever asked this question? Who has created that highway for the sun to travel from east to west? We see so many wonderful things happening automatically in nature. And we think, oh, this is all automatically happening. Automatic does not prove the existence of a creator, the absence of a creator. So Krishna can be perceived in so many ways. We just need to open ourselves to Krishna. Next question. I think somebody said that, right? I have too many problems in life. I have financial problem, I have relationship problem, I have career problem. And among all these problems, how can you expect me to focus on spirituality? First, let me solve all my problems of life. Then I will think about taking to spirituality. Then I will read Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is to help you solve your problems. Not after you have already solved all your problems, then you open Bhagavad Gita. So we give so many of such excuses. I have so many problems in life. Let me first solve all these problems. Did Arjuna not have any problem? Arjuna took the time to listen to this Bhagavad Gita before this war is going to start. The fate of the whole world depends on this war. And Arjuna took the time to listen to this Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna also had so many problems from his childhood, from the time of his birth till now. He had to face so many problems, so many trials he went through. In their childhood, they were tried to be poisoned. Bhima was tried to be poisoned. Then they were tried to be burnt alive in their Lakshagraha. Then they were thrown out of their kingdom. So many things happened. Arjuna also had many problems. So yes, we may have problems in life. But how can we really solve those problems? When problems come in our life, what do? We look towards God and we say, why me? Why you are giving me so many problems? And God looks at us and says, I gave you this problem so you can change your way, so you can grow in life. Some people see problems in opportunities also. But some people see opportunities in problems. Right? When some problem comes, They want to grow. They want to face those problems with courage, with the proper mindset, with the proper consciousness. And if we really want to solve all our problems, we cannot solve it on our own strength, with our own intelligence. The same intelligence which has put us into the problem, with that same level of intelligence, how can you expect to come out of the problem? So we need to change this consciousness. And how that consciousness can be changed? When you open Bhagavad Gita, when you read Bhagavad Gita. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, yes, you may have all these sort of problems. Arjuna also had many problems. He is seeing all these warriors standing in the front, ready to fight with him. And what is Krishna telling? Tasmat tvam uttishto yasho labhasva jitva shatrum bhumsasva rajyam sriddhim maya vita nihatam purva evam nimitta matra bhav swayasachi. Krishna is telling, yes, all these problems may be there, but you just become as an instrument. You see all these warriors in front of you, I have already killed them. You just become an instrument here now. So same way, when problems come in our life, what we need to do? If Krishna has already given the solution for this problem also, I just need to look deeply. I just need to be dependent on Krishna and be instrument in the hands of Krishna. Krishna will give me the proper guidance and proper consciousness to solve this problem. See, people try to become successful in the material world. They want to grow in this material world with more wealth, more fame, more prestige, big house, luxury cars. So people want to grow in this material world, but they are not growing their roots down. If you see a very huge tree, very wonderful flowers and fruits on that tree, nice branches, but then a big tornado came and this tree is uprooted. What is the root cause of that? What is the root cause? Because the roots were not deep enough. Yes, the tree is looking very beautiful from outside, but inside it is not strong enough. The same way, sometimes people from outside, they will be looking very effulgent. Right? They are very glorious in this material world, big positions, lot of money in their bank balances. But ultimately, they are completely broken. Some problem come in life, they are completely broken. So many people are not able to handle such situations when they have to face some calamities in life and they decide to commit suicide. Why? Because they have not grown their roots deeper. So we need to work on growing our roots deeper. You see these two trees, one a huge tree with very little root down. Another tree may be small looking tree, but very nice, deeply growing roots. If a huge wind blow, what will happen? Which tree will survive out of these two? The one which has deeper roots. So same way, we need to grow deeper. We need to grow our roots. We need to ground ourselves deeper with the strength of the knowledge from Vedic scriptures, with the strength of knowledge from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. So yes, the problems will remain in this world, but we need to develop the proper mindset, proper consciousness to deal with those problems. And Bhagavad Gita prepares us to deal with those problems of life. Next question. This is an interesting one. And many of you can relate to that. Anybody have posed this question in front of your, maybe whoever is trying to guide you, or you yourself ask this question? If I take to spiritual practice, if we become too sincere in spiritual life, I will lose my friends. My friends will not talk to me. Yes? I have heard it many times. Either from somebody or they say, oh, that person told the same thing to me. So people have this concern that if I become serious in spiritual life, my friends may turn away from me. See, sometimes what happens is when you have now started coming to temple, every Sunday you are here now, and sometimes your friends are calling you to the party. They say, sorry, I have another commitment. They will say, oh, you have changed a lot. Earlier you used to come to our parties, you used to hang around with us. Now you have changed a lot. Yes, I have changed. Yes, you have changed. You have changed for good. So people may try to turn away from you, try to ignore you, but we need to understand who is a real friend. What does friendship really mean? In our life, we may have many different types of friends. Like on a tree, in the spring season, the leaves come. In the fall seasons, all the leaves fall down. Fall season. So some friends in our life are like the leaves. They come in our life and they go away. They are like the leaves on the tree. And on the tree, there are some twigs and branches. They are more stronger. So some friends in our life, they are for longer duration. We have some very deep connections, deeper friendship. From outside, that friendship may be looking very attractive. But sometimes as the twigs of the tree, the branches of the tree, they also snap. Or sometimes the branches may be hollow from inside. From outside looking very nice, but from inside it's hollow. The same way, some friendship in our life, yes, they may be looking very nice, very attractive. We may think, yes, this person is a very nice friend to me. But the real measure of friendship happens if that friend is ready to stand by you. What is the meaning of friend? What is the word friend in Sanskrit is called mitra. The meaning is mitrayate iti mitra. The one who takes us out of ignorance, out of darkness, that is friend. Shraddha Gopijan Bhagavan teacher, Nitai Parita Pavan Varhari teacher, Shri Prabhupada teacher. So Mitra, friend, means one who takes you out of ignorance, out of darkness, who shows you the right path, right direction. Surya, sun's another name is also Mitra, because sun takes us out of darkness, gives us light. So real friend is who will encourage you to take the right path, not discourage you when you are taking the right path. Friendship is not like, okay, come, we'll smoke together. We'll come, we'll drink together. Jab mil baithenge do yaar. So Krishna tells, if you accept this message of Bhagavad Gita, what happens to you? You upgrade yourself for good. Yasman no dvijate loko, lokan no dvijate chaya. Harsha marsha bhayadvege mukto yah sachame priya. So the person who has become very spiritual minded, that person doesn't want to put anybody into danger, and he is not feeling any concern when somebody is trying to harm him. He is not envy towards anybody. And that person is equal in all happiness and distress. So when we accept the message of Bhagavad Gita, when we understand the message of Bhagavad Gita, you develop these qualities of being equipoised, being equal in both situation of happiness and distress. You don't worry about what others are telling about me, what others are saying about me. And moreover, we develop real friendship. Many of the devotees can vouch here. When we come to the spiritual practice, then you cultivate so many nice, deeper relationship, deeper friendship. You develop friends for life. And moreover, you develop a most dear friend. You develop friendship with your most dear friend, that is Krishna. So Krishna says, 12:20, Yetu dharmamritam idam, yatoktam paripasate, Shraddadhan Matparma Bhakta Setva Me Priya. So that person, Krishna says, somebody who has become free from all these dualities of life, that has become a very dear friend to me. He is dear to me and I am very dear to him. So what is most important for us? To develop friendship for life and turn towards our most dear friend. Krishna says, I am the most dear friend. Suhrata Sarva Bhutana. I am the most dear friend of every living entity. So no matter what other people of this world say, we need to develop our relationship for Krishna. And I saw this very interesting picture. I already explained that point. I saw this very interesting picture on internet. What this picture says, if your friend circle make you feel left out because you are religious, then you leave the circle, not bhakti. We do the other way, right? We get discouraged. We say, oh, spiritual life or future. Now I need to satisfy my friends. I don't want to cut away from my friend circle. But the most important aspect of our life is to develop our relationship with Krishna. Do not put it to future, as we already discussed that point. Should we discuss one more point or stop here? Time is already up, 2 o'clock. One more? Okay, there are so many. We came up to 12 chapters. We want to go up to 18. We may not go all the way up to 18. We'll do one more. Because this was one of the questions somebody mentioned in the beginning, right? That objection people say, I'm already very happy. I go on 2 vacation trips in a year. I have enough money, cars, family, even good health. What more I can ask for? Oh, you need spirituality. Do you go to temple because you're lacking something? You need to ask something from God. That's why you go to temple. I don't need anything. I'm already very happy in my life. I'm all set. So, what is Krishna telling about this particular thing? Yes, we are looking for happiness in this world. Yes, you may find some flickering happiness of this world also, but that happiness does not stay forever. That happiness of this world, what we experience is just a flickering happiness. And Krishna has already mentioned that in chapter 8 of Bhagavad Gita also, Dukkhalya Ashashvatam. This place is full of misery. Whatever little happiness also you experience in this world, that is Ashashvatam. It is temporary, not permanent. So, you know this person? What is the name of this person? Arnold. I can't say the second last name. Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Some Hollywood movies, Terminator or something. Bodybuilder. Very famous. What is this person's statement? Happiness is not in objects, but in service. Another famous star, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's statement is, I think everybody should get rich and famous and have everything they ever dreamed of, so that they can see that's not the answer. Because people think, oh, I want to get wealthy, I want to have luxury cars, go on very nice fancy places of vacation and all that, life is successful. I'm very happy. But all these personalities who have experienced this, who have gone through that, what are they saying? That's not the answer. There is something else in life. The Bhagavad Gita does not speak about enjoying the material happiness. The motto of Bhagavad Gita is not enjoyment. Motto of Bhagavad Gita is service. Happiness is not in enjoyment, but in service. Happiness is not in taking, but in giving. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 13, Lord Krishna speak about, the title of the chapter is the nature, the enjoyer and the consciousness. In this world, there are two category of people. One category of people who want to take from nature for their own enjoyment. And the second category of people who want to take the resources of nature to serve others. So that's what Krishna is explaining as a summary in chapter 13. The consciousness, what should be our consciousness? Not being as an enjoyer, but to do the service for others. To serve the supreme enjoyer. And that supreme enjoyer is the supreme personality of Godhead or Krishna. So whatever we try to enjoy in this world, ultimately everything is tinged with suffering. Somebody want to become wealthy. With wealth, what comes? Fear of losing that wealth. Somebody want to enjoy very nice palatable dishes. In enjoyment, there is always fear of disease. Somebody has too many attachment to the family members. That leads to fear of losing the family members. So everything in whatever object we seek happiness in this material world, everything is mixed with some suffering. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, what is Lord Krishna saying? Yehi samsparshada bhoga dukkha yone vate adeyantvat kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. An intelligent person does not take part in the source of misery. Source of misery means this material happiness. Any object of this world where you are seeking happiness, ultimately it is mixed with some suffering. People want to go on different holidays, vacations. 6 nights, 7 day tourist pack, nice, wonderful vacation. And towards the end of that vacation, what happens? Everybody is miserable. They want to get back to home. Dal roti ghar ki. Right? Then everybody is remembering the home food. Everybody is remembering the comfort of home. While you have gone to outside, you are just walking around so many different places. Ultimately, you are frustrated. You are tired. Then you want to get back. Whatever you try to enjoy in this material world, everything is tinged with some misery, some suffering. Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukh yone evate. So Krishna is saying an intelligent person does not take part in the source of misery, which are due to the contact with material senses. Such pleasures have a beginning and an end. So the wise man does not delight in them. Yes, whoever is saying, yes, I am very happy. Sir, your happiness is just temporary. Your happiness is very flickering happiness. A misery is just waiting around the corner. There is, Julie Shapu also mentioned this example of ice cream and candle. Again, two category of people in this world. One is with enjoyment mentality. Ice cream, what people want to do? Enjoy before it melts. And the other consciousness, another mentality is the candle. Candle burns for itself but give light to others. So the person want to do good to others, want to do service to others. So in 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is explaining this mentality, this consciousness, that the real enjoyer, who is the real field, the enjoyer in this field, is the Supreme Lord. And we should keep the Supreme Lord in the center of our lives, dovetail our lives around Krishna and try to serve Krishna. So in that way, we have spoken about so many different objections. So still there will be many more. Somebody may say, I am too fallen, I have so many impurities, I don't even feel qualified to touch Bhagavad Gita. Oh, I am so bad. I have so many problems, I have so many impurities. Somebody told me I cannot come to temple today, I ate non-veg. Baba, if you know by eating non-veg, you cannot go to temple, then why do you eat? Those people know they have problems, but they don't want to solve the problem. They don't want to take to the solution of the problem. So like that, there are so many other questions. People may have other objections. People may have. Somebody say, if I practice spirituality, I will lose my ambitions in life. Somebody said, oh, religion is the cause of more problems in this world. We see so many problems going around in this world. Religion is the cause of problem. Religion is not the cause of problem. The ignorance is the cause of problem. Ignorance plus religion leads to terrorism and fanaticism. So it's not religion, it's the ignorance which is the cause of problem. Ignorance plus wealth leads to sinful activities. Ignorance plus power leads to corruption. So it's not that wealth is bad, it's not that power is bad, it's not that religion is bad. One common factor which is the problem is ignorance. So we need to solve that ignorance, we need to get rid of that ignorance. So like that, people may have so many different objections. Oh, I see so much duplicity, hypocrisy among who practicing. So we don't have time to go through all these different things, maybe part 3 sometime. But my appeal to all of you is, please take to the message of Bhagavad Gita. Please try to read Bhagavad Gita on regular basis. Please try to understand Bhagavad Gita. Here in our Sunday feast class, we just give some brief introduction to some particular concept of Bhagavad Gita, but all around our Metro Detroit area in Farmington, Novi, Kenton, Troy area, we have so many Bhakti Vriksha programs. In temple also, there are so many other Bhakti Vriksha program happens at different days and time. Please participate in those Bhakti Vriksha programs and learn the message of Bhagavad Gita in a deeper way and how to practically apply those messages of Bhagavad Gita in your life. And soon Gita Jayanti is coming up, another maybe 20 days or so. We will be celebrating Gita Jayanti. Gita Jayanti is the advent of Bhagavad Gita, the day when Bhagavad Gita was spoken. So please acquire this Bhagavad Gita. If you have Bhagavad Gita, take it to give as a gift to somebody. And this is the holiday season coming up. People give so many different gifts to others. And the best gift we can give to somebody is the knowledge to bring that person out of ignorance. So take this Bhagavad Gita to give as a gift to somebody. So with that, I will end it here. Please forgive me if I spoke anything wrong, if I spoke something too hard, if I stepped over somebody's toes, please forgive me. My intention was not to speak something so strong or irrelevant. I'm just trying to convey the message of our acharyas so we all can grow in spiritual life. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nanda Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Please, if somebody does not have Bhagavad Gita, we have Bhagavad Gita in our store right now. You can take a copy of Bhagavad Gita.
Okay, so I will be this one upstairs.